thinking about what some of y'all said, there are a lot of different voting blocks that have been happening, merging these past cycles that we're really trying to invest more in, whether it's, gender or whether it's age or race. There are definitely some tactics that emerge and some outreaches. And I'd love to kind of hear, how do we keep innovating in that space? How do we keep reaching this diverse voting bloc that's been emerging in the Democratic Party?
I know it's going to be a ridiculous answer, but just ask them how they want to be reached out to. And sometimes it's as simple as that. I think you can think through the tactics to ask that question if you're not able to reach them otherwise. But sometimes it's using your platforms like email to collectively take information from folks to really understand across your different voting blocks, but also the people that support you, that are volunteering for you. They're going to have the best input for you. And I would start there.
Yeah, and I would say, and again, not endorsement either, but and Kiana, you saw this in Georgia during the runoffs, the relentless and relational organizing, and it was interesting to just, literally just, it's almost like, I don't think it's in lieu of a traditional paid canvas program, but in addition to a traditional paid canvas program, just pay a bunch of people, like bunch of kids, right, to reach out to their communities in the way that they talk to their communities and the platforms they use in their communities. Yeah, whether that's age, whether that's race, whether that's rural versus urban, in getting gaining insights from that in mass, so that we can then put resources into whatever the best way to do that is. And I think these runoff elections and these huge, big money races are interesting to look at, to see what innovations are coming out, because there's so much money and a lot of the basics are paid for. You can really get creative there.
I think plus one to Jose's point about asking. I think as well relational can be a really good tactic, but I think, combined with that, I think starting early and not treating different groups as like an afterthought, and it's like it's October, maybe we should start engaging this critical piece of our voting block. Just starting early and thinking critically about that as the top of your organizing strategy, I think is really important. That's really important. Don't be treated like an afterthought. It doesn't feel good and people notice.